Before I get into the roasts, here's a review about a movie that we all know and love. Leave your answer down below if you think you know which movie this critic is hating on. The review says the movie ages 4 times its years. If you think you know the movie, leave your answer down below, and I will get to that answer at the end of this video. But for now, let's roast the critic who hated Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. Edwin Arnaudin from Asheville Movies says, while a weapon as powerful as the Entity would naturally attract numerous interested parties, the Quarry and co-writer Eric Jenderson struggle to balance the various individuals drawn to it. This is a multi-million-dollar budget globe-trotting spy thriller. It's not some local community theater where everybody gets equal amount of screen time. And let's not forget, Tom Cruise is not beholden to anyone. This is his vehicle. No one would be here without his insistence on making these movies. Numerous interested parties? That's the point! That's the magnetic MacGuffin. The fate of the world is in the balance. Of course there's going to be a lot of people. Just look at COVID. That had all the Democrats vying for power. Just kidding. Something about January 6th. There, I evened it out. If the Entity wasn't attracting a chaotic horde, then it wouldn't be that interesting, would it? I mean, what was Edwin expecting? A polite line to form where you have to be this tall to enter? If that were the case, Tom Cruise would have been disqualified. Pass me the butter, I'm on a roll. James Vernier from Boston Herald says, Tom Cruise doesn't act anymore. He just is. The action is first rate, but every time an actor opens their mouth, high-tech action movie garbage pours out. But the big what's too much for James. Oh, James. Sorry. I'm sorry. Carlos Borrero from El País, Spain says, the machine is well-oiled. It cranks out a new product that's invariably the same as the last. That's as predictable as it is tiresome. I can't with this one. It's the 6th sequel in the Mission Impossible franchise. It's doing the job of a sequel within a larger story. It's creating another product. It has to, in some way or form, match the tone of previous installments. So here's Carlos complaining that it's doing its exact job. What does he want? Does he want it to look more like Ice Age? And you know what? Let's just take out all the action, take out all the stunts, no more. And let's just make Mission Impossible a romantic comedy. I'm just more concerned that the movie wore him out. I've never been exhausted just sitting down. I mean, what? Did he just have too much paella before watching this movie? Oh, my tummy, come on. Anne Manav from New Statesman says, with a thin plot filled out by half-hour chase sequences, the film is 163 minutes long. Even at the press screening, people were checking their phones. Here's another entitled critic complaining about how long it takes for the food to get to her rather than critiquing the food itself. She's doing the same thing with this movie. If I'm going to a Mission Impossible movie, the last thing I'm going to complain about is the half-hour-long chase scenes. And yes, I do complain about too many dinosaurs in these Jurassic World movies, but Mission Impossible is one of the only franchises who can make chase scenes fun and funny and exciting. And Anne has it all wrong. The people at the press screening, they weren't checking the time on their phones. They were tweeting out just how amazing this movie was. I guarantee it. Look at the scores. Very few people are complaining. Rohan Nayar from the Indian Express says, how do you come up with a worthy adversary for someone who demonstrably thinks of themselves as infallible? Tom Cruise has solved his own problem. In the impossible to follow Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, he takes on God himself. I mean, I think he's been taking on God ever since he joined Scientology. I actually don't care about his religious affiliations like most people pretend to. I mean, it's not my problem he's going to hell. Tina Kakadis from Beyond the Cinerama Drone says, Dead Reckoning is as advertised. A bombastic summer blockbuster that will put butts in seats but will likely be forgotten before Dead Reckoning Part 2 reaches theaters. Yeah, not forgotten. I have not forgotten about it. Cole Smithy from ColeSmithy.com, that's a bit presumptuous, says, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 is a fine excuse to... No, you know what? No. Cole hated Toy Story Part 3. That just puts an automatic off button on him. So, no, I'm out. Let's go to the audiences. EJJ gives Dead Reckoning Part 1 half star, says, this must be the worst movie of 2023. There are a million parallel storylines and motives. Totally unconvincing. Bad acting and riddled with cliches. The worst movie of 2023? Come on. Worse than the Marvels? One True Loves? Mafia Mama? I mean, of another Pet Sematary movie? Meg 2, The Trench? That was a horrible movie. So, yeah, no, this is not even close to being the worst of 2023. It's actually one of the better films. Arnie Daniel S. gives this movie 1 star, says, Tom Cruise is the only one who can get away with crap like this. Then he starts listing out totally uninteresting plot, endless numbers of car chases, that dialogue. Have you heard of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Or how about Jason Statham? Or almost any other action movie star these days? Tom Cruise is the only one doing it right. He's the only one not consistently acting in front of a green screen. He's probably one of those guys that won't watch a movie because Tom Cruise is in it, because he's a Scientologist. So instead, he'll just go and watch a Harvey Weinstein movie. Before I get to the most honest reviews, here is the answer to the mystery review I read at the beginning of this video. The review was, the movie ages 4 times its years. This review came from Justin Brown at Medium Popcorn, and the review was about 1996's Jack. If you got it right, let me know down below, and if you didn't, tell me that it was going to be your next guess. Now, let's set the record straight with the most honest reviews of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. Most honest review goes to Ian Sandwell from Digital Spy. He says the new movie is a step down from Fallout, but still a blockbuster that often delivers immersive and spectacular action that gets the adrenaline pumping like few other movies can. If you enjoyed watching me put these critics in their place, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video where I roast the critics who hate the movies you love and love the movies you hate. Otherwise, I will see you roasters on the next video. If you can't get enough of Mission Impossible, I suggest you check out Light the Fuse Pod, where the hosts talk about all things Mission Impossible. Their link is down below, and if you want to keep checking out the fun, watch my playlist of all the Mission Impossible movies where I roast the critics who hate them, but I also get the critics who love Mission Impossible too. I do get a little bit passionate about that one. Just a heads up.